What's up, beautiful people? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to plant sunflowers, why you want to plant sunflowers, and when you want to plant sunflowers. Let's go! What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Alright, beautiful people, we're going to start off with how to plant sunflowers. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Ricky Jones Jr. What's up? I do gardening videos and a little bit of builds here and there. Nonetheless, if you want to be a part of all the gardening fun, go ahead and click that subscribe button as we are on our way to 10,000 subscribers this month. And with your help, we can get there because we have giveaways to do. But let's get started with how to plant these sunflowers. Let's go. Alright, great people. So the first thing that you want to do when planting your sunflowers, which I just picked up these sunflowers from Walmart, 50 cents, couldn't beat it. But the first thing you want to do is have a measuring tool or some type of apparatus that allows you to do measuring. I have this here. As you can see, there's a black circle going around it. That is a ½ inch deep because most sunflowers have a depth, quantity of a ½ inch. And so what you want to do is not only plant them a ½ inch deep, but also 6 inches apart, which is the length of this here tool itself. So I'll just go ahead and mark off where I will be planting these sunflowers. And what you want to do is, prior to, which I did yesterday, is go ahead and clear out the area in which you will be planting your sunflowers, just to make life easier. So we have a space right there that we're going to do one. And then from here, we're going to go here. And then from here, we'll go here. From there, we'll do it again. And as you can see, this round, or what I'm doing right now, is pretty close to the fence itself. But it's all for a purpose, which I will explain shortly hereafter. But now that I have the space, what you want to do is go ahead and take the seeds out so that they'll be easily dropped into the hole that you make as you go. And so, like I said, you want to do it a ½ inch deep. You don't want to do it too deep because then your seed will not be able to grow and do what you want it to do. But ½ inch will do the trick. And you may be looking like, man, Ricky, what's going on with the area that you're growing in? Well, I did some mulching yesterday with the soil. And so there's some leafy greens and things like that around, but it's gonna be good. It will be okay. As long as your weeds and things are out of the way, everything will be a-okay. So after being rained out, I came back out to give it a whole new look and things like that. And so what I did this time was, in marking out my locations for the seeds, I put out some little planter scenarios that, little markers that you would use when planting out in the raised beds and things like that. And that was able to further allow for me to see where the seeds go and things like that. So here's just another way that you can make life easier for you when you're out here planting, as I am, 6 inches apart. All right, y'all. All right, great people. So now let's talk about why you want to plant sunflowers. As we know, sunflowers are not just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plants, but they also provide qualities for the garden that you want. One of them being that it attracts your pollinators, okay? I know it attracts your bees. I haven't seen them with butterflies or hummingbirds, but now that we have them growing in the garden, we'll be able to take notice of them and I'll be able to report back. But they do have that beneficial property. Pollinators will come. They love them. So having them around, things that you need to be pollinated, is ideal for having sunflowers. Also, it will help to have the ground to be covered and things like that to prevent weeds and things from growing up in the garden. I won't show too much, but that is a beneficial property as well, because you do want to make sure you can have less weeds as possible, which will allow for you to work less in the garden and things like that. So having sunflowers up will provide that as well. Also, it allows for a beautiful border, right? right? Because I have this great fence that I've been trying to figure out what to do with it. I have moved my bougainvilleas along it. I have some jasmine on the outside, but along the border itself, I could not figure out what I wanted to do with it. I had the buckets here. That's what I had there initially, but I did not like how it looked aesthetically from the outside looking in. However, with the sunflowers growing up here, it's going to look beautiful. Okay, so it's a beauty. It's an eye thing, right? And so it's a wonderful border that you can have as well. And lastly, they're easy to grow. That's one of the things that I love about sunflowers. I have grown them in the back before. Nonetheless, they are easy to grow. They are drought tolerant. They don't put up too much fuss. If you have somewhere for them to trellis to, if need be, if it gets too strong, and I mean not too strong, but too tall and things like that, you can trellis them along the fence. So this is why I planted it where I planted it as well. But they're beautiful, drought tolerant, don't take much fuss, can go and grow, and you don't have to do much to them, okay? So those are reasons why you want to grow sunflowers. Now, let's talk about when and how you want to do them. I'm gonna mix the two together. All right, so the when is I have one row. So I have enough space in this area to have 3 rows of sunflowers. Now, what I'm going to do is a technique called succession planting, and that is all about planting one row, which I did, and then in 2 or 3 weeks I'll come out and plant another row. And the beneficial properties for doing it this way is that you will never go without a bloom of sunflowers this way, okay? You'll always have the luscious beauty of sunflowers growing in the garden and things like that when you don't plant it all at the same time. Essentially, that's what succession planting is and what it means, okay? So I have this first row, I'll wait 2 to 3 weeks and plant another row, and then I'll do it again and wait another row and do another row, right? So every 2 to 3 weeks, plant another row of sunflowers, and you will always have the beauties growing in the yard, okay? Because I don't know, maybe you are ones that like to have bouquets and things like that that you can cut and bring inside, and that will allow for you to have a continuous stream. Or if you are looking to sell your sunflowers, that allows for you to always have a steady stream, but then also you are able to dictate and know what quantity you're able to provide to the buyer, right? And so those are some things that you can keep in mind depending on the space that you have, the space that you're working with, and the things that you're trying to do. But nonetheless, I am going to do it. I'm going to show you what it's all about as far as succession planting. And this here rows, like I said, I've done one row. 2 to 3 weeks later, we'll come back out, and I'll just keep you all along the process just to show you how it's growing, how it's going. So with that being said, make sure you subscribe, click that bell notification so you are aware when those videos drop, okay? Because it's gonna happen when it happens, and I just want you to be there. So we have our sunflowers ready. Now, I was rained out yesterday, or rained yesterday, so you know, I try to put on the same clothes and things like that to make the video and have some continuity and things like that. But it's all good because rain is necessary for the beginning growth of these seeds itself. So allow the rain to fall, let nature do what it does, and we are happy with the benefits of it, okay? So seeds are here. I'm not gonna throw any fertilizer down or anything right now. They're seedlings, they're seeds. When they grow up, we may have to do some thinning because I did put 2 seeds in each hole. And so, you know, we'll see. And I will say, I was highly surprised and, you know, very in awe that those packets had so many seeds in it. And so it's a variety pack. All of them have seeds that are grow either 4 to 6 feet high. So it's perfect for what I want. And so we'll see how it grows, and, you know, if you like it, you'll see it. You'll be able to go buy some and do it yourself, okay? So, with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Again, my name is Ricky Jones Jr. I love doing gardening videos and gardening in the front yard. I am now also doing some things in the backyard. So make sure y'all stay tuned to the growth and the maturity of this here garden, because I have big goals and high dreams for things to come. And bringing you all along the ride is what I plan and want to do and will do, because you will subscribe and you will click the notification. You will know when those videos are coming up, okay? Okay, yes, okay. I can be goofy and silly, but I'm gonna hold it for another day. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'll see you next time. Peace.